Hi, I'm Rob, and in this video I'm going to show you how to replace the PowerView motor on any horizontals low profile 2-inch headrail. So moving into the headrail, what we're going to do is replace the motor. So the first thing I'm going to do is work the end cap off of the shade, and these sometimes come off really easy, or sometimes they don't want to come off at all. I'm going to go ahead and stick a screwdriver in here and just give it a little pop, and pop my end cap out of the way here. The next thing I'm going to do is come under here, and this is the PowerView headrail lock. And what I'm going to do is take a small screwdriver here and come up underneath the lock and just rock it out of place. It snaps out, and what I'm doing is I'm pressing on these features here and prying it out. These features attach onto the motor at the bottom here inside the shade. Now, I only want to have about a 1/16 of an inch. As you can see when the motor's in here, I only have about a 1/16 of an inch between the end of the drive here and my first cradle for the tilt mechanism. So I'm going to go ahead and slide the motor out, and it does slide out that easily. But wait! I didn't remove the cable here to the receiver. So what I want to do is come in here, just give a little pull on that cable, and it does unplug from the receiver very easily. Going to go ahead and slide the motor out. So these features here and here hold the motor into place using the ridges in the rail here. And the lock, the PowerView motor lock here for the headrail, goes and snaps onto these features. That's what holds that motor in place. So I've got my old motor here out and my new motor coming in. But what I need here is this drive coupler here that takes the D drive of my motor here. We'll take it off the old motor and put it on the new motor. Here's my D drive coming in. It makes the motor interact with the tilt rod inside the shade. I've got my wires here and here. I want to watch out for those wires as I'm inserting them into the shade. I want to keep my coupler on the end of the shade. But what I want to do is go ahead and insert that end of that motor into the headrail. Watch out here. This power cable here wants to be in between the motor and the rail. We'll get that in. We'll go ahead and insert our coupler in. Slide it on over. Get the rest of the motor in. Coupler wants to stay off. Go ahead and insert it back in. I'm going to hold the coupler and line it up with the drive shaft. Now, the motor should be about a 1/16 of an inch away from the cradle here that holds the tilt mechanism for the shade. What we're going to do now is come in from the bottom here. Here's our two features here that allow us to put the PowerView rail lock into our motor, and what we're going to do is just slide it over, kind of center it up in between the two, then that lock's going to lock right on there. If it doesn't lock in there, I need to move that motor side to side so those features lock together. So what I want to do is line up the holes on the plug with the pins in the receiver, get that plug started into place, and then drive it on home with the screwdriver. Just rock that into place there, give it a little push, make sure it's securely into the receiver. I'm going to go ahead and tuck these wires in behind, dress those a little bit. Now I'm ready to return the end cap into place. Take some needle nose pliers here, give the rail a little crimp in each spot. That's going to hold that end cap in place. So what I'm going to do now is test out the shade and set the limits. So I'm going to use my cord lock here to lower the shade down and put it in the lowered position. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and hold the manual button and just hold it until the shade jogs. There's my jog. I'm going to let go of the button, and the shade's going to tilt all the way closed in one direction and all the way closed in the other direction, setting the limits of the shade. And that's how to replace the motor on a 2-inch low-profile horizontals headrail.